basically, after the police came, got our stuff, made us leave, I had to take all my things to a friend of mine's and my daughter's, and then I had to find somewhere to stay that evening, and was able to find another friend who would let me stay with them that night. Um, After that, I had to get away to get all my things down further south into the woods because I had nowhere to go. And I found myself being alone because one of my friends that I put my tent up by, she had things to do, so she was rarely there. And I don't like being in the woods by myself. And with my health condition, the cold weather, and everything else going on, it wasn't good to me. I was getting sicker and sicker. I knew I had to move. So I went back up to Shalom, and the people were telling me they were going back up to the park and putting their tents back up. So I walked up there to see what was going on. And that's actually what was happening. So I thought to myself, well, I want to be back up here with everybody else. So I stood around for a while, and some of the women who come work with the coalition or work with United Way to help us out came, brought clothes and other items, and I asked them if they could help me move my tent and stuff, and they told me yeah. So they drove me down there, helped me pack up all my belongings and tent, brought me back up there to the park. Well, I set my tent up that night. And I was there for a couple of days. It wasn't too bad because I was around all the people that I had been around before. I didn't really have all the sticks and items I needed to set my tent up right, so I had to have my tent kind of like bent down so it looked kind of almost like a little broken down shack. But it was warm and I had items to keep me cozy and warm and stuff through the night. Well, I decided to leave one evening Thursday night when it was really, really cold. So I went to a friend's house. Well, when I came back the next day to my tent, my door was wide open. And I had found out that I had got robbed and the people took everything I owned. All my medical supplies, heart monitor, diabetes test kit, medication, warmers, toe warmers, a new tent I was going to downsize into that I was given to by some of the coalition people. All my clothes, everything I owned. They left me my mother's coat, which shocked me. So I guess that must have been my mom was watching out for me. So as I get ready to go ask people what happened, a gentleman walks up to me and tells me he's got my blankets and some of my tarps. And I said, really, you do? He said, yeah, and he told me the girl, Red Dawn, was the one who broke in my tent and took all my stuff. And I couldn't understand why. Just 2 nights before, she came to my tent, needed help, needed food, needed something to eat. Would I give her some cigarettes? Let her warm up? Yes, of course. I liked the girl. She was really nice. I help everybody. Like I said, I've been here in Blooming for 56 years, and I never had problems with anyone on the street because I was raised up here where you are a community, you work together, you help folks less than you, even though you have nothing. And that's what I done. She took everything I owned. I had nothing. It was so cold. I had to leave my tent because I couldn't stay there, even though I got my blankets back. And there was no way I could. So I had to have people help me yesterday take my tent down. I had to store my tent somewhere. And I had nowhere to go. I had no way to keep warm at night. I had to literally beg friends, can I spend the night tonight? I never thought I'd ever be in a situation like this. Like I said, I left my home because I was told I would be evicted. My handicapped niece, who was born to be in a wheelchair, paralyzed from the way down. If I didn't make her leave, I was being evicted. There was no way. So I left that place. I signed out of my lease and left. I should have got a place to live first, but I didn't think about that. So I thought I'd get a place. Well, I've been turned down for a year almost. Don't meet criteria. I don't have this kind of substance abuse. It's always one thing after another. Now you got to have a certain amount of income to live somewhere. I work through mental health, Shalom. They tell me I can't even get in the places they got. I don't call myself queen boss or nothing. People on the streets out here call me that because they know how I treat folks, which I can't understand why I can't get a place to live with my income, being disabled, heart patient, working through the shelter. Are you seriously? I got housing. They begged me to do it, fill it out. I did the application. I was denied because they said I owed them money 25 years ago? Are you kidding me? Okay. All right. See, one thing, I am a spiritual, and I believe in God. He helps me and he walks with me every night. I'm out here on the street scared. Don't know where I'm going to sleep and whatnot. Things have changed since I was a little girl out here in Bloomington. It ain't the same. Ain't no community, ain't no love. You know what surprised me when I got my tent yesterday? They had that trash, that hill trashed in the park. People still came up with food and clothes and money for these people up here on the hill. It's amazing to me that a stranger cares, but yet our city council don't, our mayor don't. Mr. Mayor, do you realize on that hill is a landmark? A high school was there. My mother went to it. Cleo Magruder. Ask about it. Her brother, Charles Brown, was the first black officer on the force in Bloomington, Indiana. So yeah, history of this town, mine. Generations, I learned from all mine. Trusted them. They said, reach out to you guys. Authority will help you in need. Huh, I can't tell. So, I just wanted to let you guys know. After I had to leave there, I thought I would just give up my life. What am I going to do? What is the purpose? I can't get any help, man. I don't understand it. I follow the rules. I don't get in trouble. I'm not on no paper. I ain't arrested. I'm not nothing. So thank you guys for throwing us off the hill and casting us like, no, we ain't nothing. Not giving us a chance to show you. So by doing that, I hope you're happy for what you see now, because they really respect your authority. They're all back up there again. Same spot. So once again, City Council, here you go. Your problem this time, not mine. Yeah. 25 years ago, I got myself in trouble because living in poverty where I come from, the generations I grew up under, showed me ways of life of how you could survive in the streets. Most of the people call it hustling. Most of the people call it dealing. Most people call it whatever it is to survive. So I picked up that language here because that's what I was taught as a teenager. I ended up going to prison for that. Lost my home and everything. I stayed out of trouble and is still out of trouble. 25 years up here. I paid my dues. And matter of fact, when I moved out of my apartment, there was nothing that they had to clean up, pick up, or touch up. If anything, a friend of mine had a little few items in my shed, not even 4 boxes. I set them in my kitchen so she could get them. If there's anything, she must have came and got them. So the cost of what I would owe would be for what I left of hers in my kitchen. You want me to pay for that? Sure, fine, I will. I'm not really rich. I live on a fixed income. Getting in trouble 25 years ago was the worst thing I ever did. And I ain't never going back or gone back or lived that way of life again. I learned my lesson. One time I'll take for me. I was raised, pay attention. You'll learn something. Shut your mouth. Listen. But don't give up on those you don't know that seek out to ask you questions, help, or anything. Because you never know. When you're down and out, that just might be the person to let you in when you're freezing at night and nowhere to go. So, most of the people that I come across, they tell me that they're down on their luck because their parents are either they grew up with addicts, alcoholics, abusers, and physical, sexual, you name it. And when they lash out and try to get help for something, they get told, oh, go to mental health, you need to talk to someone. Then they throw them on medication. They say they don't like the medicine, they don't want to be on that. They just want help from someone who will help them get up, teach them life skills the way they'd like to have it done to them. They can't understand a lot of things that you throw them out fast. So they'll come to me and say, will you help me out? Will you talk to me? Will you show me what I have to do? And I do. They say they're not out here on alcohol and drugs because they picked up an addiction one day and said, this is who I want to be. They were kicked out at 15, 14, 13 because they were felt no good in their homes. Well, 30, 40 years later, after all the self-medication, what do you think they're going to do? They don't have people to talk to about their problems. So a lot of them will come to me and ask me for help. I'll give them anything they got. I pay it forward because I want my blessings and treasures, and I do get them. So everything generally that people give me at that bar, I pass something on to somebody I see that might need it. I ain't greedy. I ain't got to have that or that. I got a girlfriend. Every time we see each other, we like the shoes on each other's feet. We trade with each other. She might get mine away, I might give her. We don't care because it's going to come back to us. Maybe in another brand new pair of style. The people down there on their luck, the people walking around I know in this town, I've met even. I met more people in that park, and he taught me how to survive through this town down on my luck. It's amazing. But most of them just want to talk to somebody, tell them their stories of what's wrong with them, or why sometimes they can't handle this apartment they got. They can't handle keeping it kept up and clean. When you live alone, you have no company, no guests, no nothing. You get in your head and you think about stuff. And some of this stuff is not good because most people have these scars they live with and deal with that they don't want to face and don't want to deal with. For me, I always tell them, I don't know what I could do for you besides give you a lending ear and listen, try to help you with whatever I can. If I can't, I'll try to find a way. Don't give up on yourself. And mental health, even though a lot of people don't like it, there are some good people in there that will actually go a mile, walk a mile with you to help you out, to get you back the life skills you need. I had one lady from mental trying to tell me, oh, she can't pay my bills, or she helps me. I had to set the lady straight there. I know who you're talking to, honey. I pay my bills. I ain't ever been evicted. Yeah, I come from poverty. Ever. Ain't got no bad tracks on my records for housing, home, living, or anything. I raised my kids very well. Thank you very much. Amen. Now, don't come to me and think just because you heard something from somebody or whatever that you know who I am, because you're talking to the wrong person. She kind of got a little bit like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come off that way, if that's the way I sounded. Yeah, it is. And you've got me to the point where I feel a little overwhelmed right now. Matter of fact, just to let you know, I reach out when I need help. Mental health, fifth floor. I don't care. I'm not ashamed of nothing I do in life. I admit mine because I need that help. And I learned that my mother told me, if you need it, go get it and do it. Don't be ashamed of it. Just because you come from here, don't mean you got to act like it, look like it, or anything else. It's out there to help you. Use it. And that's what I done. Even to my own children. If you ever feel distraught, can't get help with, there's a mental health center and a fifth floor center right over there. Be glad to bring you in. Beautiful people. You might be surprised who works there. Somebody that you actually know who will make you feel so good you can't wait to come back. Yeah. The people in this town that I know, I see them walking around, I stop. Man, you hungry. Here, man, you need a jacket, shoes. You'd be surprised what I do. Because now I ain't got nobody left but these people that I met through that park. That's all I got. Generations are gone. These are some swell people. Even they are kind of trashy, homie. And trust me, I tell them about themselves too. Sometimes call them names. Bottom feeders. This is how you want to live? You want help? But then this is what you're going to do? Okay. Well, let me know how that works for you. And I got something else for you. Y'all gonna get out of here with all this. Because there's some of us down here that need this park and want this park. And we don't want this park to look like this because this ain't how we live. And this is not how I was raised. I refuse to live around trash. If I got to sleep in that corner over there, I guarantee you them leaves are pulled out. It looks so nice. You're gonna compliment me on the place I sleep at. So that's me, that's where I am. That's how I was raised. Not filthy, no. And these folks down there that are living filthy, Those are the ones you need to go check for a lot of paperwork. See if somebody's got something with a W on it and get them out of there. Take them to a life skill place and tell them, dude, what you do is down there wherever they do that at. But it ain't out here in the community behind a post office where the community, the federal community, judge us. And look at the mayor like, really? I voted for you and that's what you're gonna let happen in my town? I am appalled and disgusted. Okay, get them out. Come down, get me, tell me who you want gone, and we will get them out. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. It's hard changing your life and ways. For your color, for anything you're judged by in this town. People act out the way they do because you show them you don't care. I'm not afraid to tell nobody nothing about themselves. No one. Everybody can talk about me all they want. I love your comments. I love you think I look like a man. Yeah, I shaved all my hair, everything all peopled, because I'm starting over. Comfort zones I used to have gone. Man, I'm a solo writer now. That's right, change is going to come. I believe in that. The only thing I need for help to not be living in Tennessee is for someone to see that the monthly income I get every month for my disabled self to just give me a place to live and make it and enough of the rent to where I can afford that rent, afford that utility, still buy myself groceries, household goods, and I'm safe. I don't have to wait till I'm 60, 65 to live in a locked-in community. Like, thank God they had built for my mother. You know, I don't care. I'm not scared of nothing in this town. We all die. Stupid hands are our hands. I just need help. Let me be able to be there. The place is called. Yeah, come here. Yeah, my brother. Come here. My brother just pulled up. He knows as well what it's like living up here in Bloomington Black because he's a man, a male. They targeted him all the time, all the black men. I just want y'all to give me the chance. Give me a home. I ain't got no evictions. I ain't never had no troubles. My troubles were when I was 18, 19. I'm 56 years old, almost 60, man. Still in Bloomington, rooting Go IU. Sure am. My son's a dedicated worker for IU. He sure is. My whole family, man. We are legends. We are known. I just want help. Show me I'm just as good as that addict you gave me a free apartment to. I gotta be homeless 5 years in a row. I gotta be down on my luck, puking, peeing, and pooping on myself in the park. Really? I can't have a legal income, a disabled health that I can prove, to get a place to live. Really? Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, it might be down, but it ain't out. And I can stay at that park if that's where I have to be. Scared or not.